be strong.
The second iteration of the Cope Thunder Court exercise between the Philippine Air Force, PAF, and the United States Pacific Air Forces, PACAF, formally opened Friday, with the drills focusing on interoperability between the two services. Philippine Air Force and United States Air Force personnel posed for a snap during the opening ceremony of the second iteration of Cope Thunder 2023, Court PH-23-2, exercise at Clark Air Base in Mabalacat City, Pampanga on July 7, 2023. A total of 1,272 airmen are participating in the bilateral exercise, 687 troops from the PAF and 585 from the U.S. Pacific Air Force, USPACAF, said Colonel Ma. Consuelo Castillo, PAF spokesperson. Major General Agustin Malinit, commander of the PAF Air Defense Command, highlighted the significance of the air drill as it is an opportunity to assimilate forces and augment interoperability between the Philippines and the United States. The Court PH-23-2 bilateral air operations exercises will primarily focus on large force deployment of aircraft, Malinit shared. He said the participants are expected to enhance their mission planning capabilities and execution of defensive and offensive counter-air operations utilizing fighter and cargo aircraft upon the completion of the exercise. The PACAF is a major command of the U.S. Air Force based at the Hickam Air Force Base portion of Joint Base Pearl Harbor Hickam. It is also the Air Component Command of the United States Indo-Pacific Command. Opening ceremonies took place at Clark Air Base, Mabalacat City, Pampanga, with ranking officials of both services present. Air Defense Command Chief Major General Agustin Malinit served as the event's guest of honor and speaker, PAF spokesperson Colonel Ma. Consuelo Castillo said in a statement. As he addressed the attendees, Major General Malinit expressed his gratitude for the successful completion of the first phase of this bilateral exercise with our U.S. counterparts, Cope Thunder 23-1, which was held in May this year, Castillo said. The first edition of the exercise took place from May 1 to 12 and focused on mission planning capabilities and execution of defensive and offensive counter-air operations utilizing fighter and cargo aircraft. Officially opening this year's bilateral exercise, he, Malinit, affirmed that Cope Thunder 23-2 is an opportunity to assimilate forces and augment interoperability between the Philippines and the United States, Castillo said. Meanwhile, the ranking American representative was Brigadier General Sarah H. Russ, Mobilization Assistant to the Director of Strategy Plans, Programs and Requirements of PACAF Headquarters. Russ was welcomed by 5th Fighter Wing Commander Brigadier General Leo A. Fontanilla. The original Cope Thunder exercises, which provided regular flight training for U.S. pilots and those of allied nations, were first held in 1976 and continued annually in the Philippines until 1990. During these flying operations, Allied forces had the opportunity to train side by side, increasing familiarity with each other's tactics and enhancing interoperability and lethality, all in the support of a free and open Indo-Pacific region. We're integrating with the PAF every day, both on the ground and in the air, and it has been an outstanding opportunity for both our forces to learn from each other, said U.S. Air Force Lieutenant Colonel David Dubel, 14th Fighter Squadron Commander. The PAF pilots are very much like us, they think like us, they're fighter pilots to the core and they've been awesome to fly with. Alongside flying operations, SMEs were conducted by the 736th Security Forces Squadron Airmen and their PAF counterparts at Basa Air Base, Philippines. They trained weapons handling, close-quarters battle operations, combatives, unmounted vehicle operations and simulated attack scenarios. I'm grateful for the U.S. Air Force members who have shared their expertise, especially with security and defense operations, said Second Lieutenant Nick Dinglasa, PAF Security Forces team lead. I look forward to applying these methods with the rest of our team and strengthening the defense of this region with our allies. Following the opening ceremony, An aircraft tour was conducted at the Haribon hangar featuring a USAF F-22 Raptor, 5th-generation stealth jet fighter, an A-10 Warthog, close air support aircraft from the U.S. Air Force, and an F-A-50 light jet fighter aircraft from the PAF. The bilateral exercise will engage approximately 585 PACAF service members and 687 airmen from various PAF units. Spanning from July 2 to 21, the activities will encompass subject matter expert exchanges and field training exercises to be held at several PAF air bases, including Basa Air Base and Clark Air Base in Pampanga. Colonel Ernesto Ravid.